Palestinian teenager was sentenced to 8 months yesterday for slapping an Israeli soldier. Joining us live from Jordan, just miles from the Israeli border, to break down reaction and potential ripple effects is CitrusTV reporter Elijah Shama. Now, Elijah, thanks so much for joining us. What has been the reaction to the arrest among activists?
To Palestinians, she has become a national symbol, and her sentencing of 8 months is being used by human rights groups and watchdog groups as an example of kind of how brutal and harsh Israeli military courts can be to these teenagers. We're talking about 8 months for slapping a soldier. That seems like a lot of time for a relatively small offense. And it's kind of reignited this debate over what's fair in Palestine and how Israel is really handling this territory that it's administering and controlling.
Now, Elijah, why such a harsh punishment from Israel?
That are coming out. When we look at the protests, it is mostly teenagers and young adults that are kind of leading the charge now. And Israel had really hoped that the more removed that generations would become from the Palestinian struggle, the less involved they would be in things like protesting and so on and so forth. And that hasn't really been the case for the people in Palestine who have known nothing but kind of Israeli administration and Israeli governing over land that they've been taught their entire life is theirs. They're fighting harder than ever before, and the Israeli government is really trying to make examples of people, and it hasn't been super effective.
And Elijah, shifting gears a little, big news out of Syria today as the government took back another major city. Russian forces agreed to help evacuate rebels as long as they left their weapons behind. What does this mean for the future of the war?
This is a strong rebel enclave that has been kind of right on the outskirts of Damascus for a very long time, and it's kind of falling apart, and the subsequent evacuation shows that the rebellion in Syria is effectively over. Assad was able to literally drive from Damascus to the battleground and take a picture with the soldiers and give a speech there, completely safe. The rebellion and the Syrian opposition forces just really can't put up a fight anymore, and this is kind of the end.